Welcome to the African Exodus show. I'm your host, Tanisha Ree, here to you with a new video. Before we get started with today's video, just to remind you, if you have not added yourself to my Telegram channel, best way to stay connected outside of YouTube, best way to send me a message. You can go to my description, click on the Telegram link, and it'll take you right to the app to download. Also, if you want to support this channel, you can do so two ways. You can do so through CashApp, and also you can do so through Patreon. There, in addition, I post weekly exclusives just for you. This will be a very quick video, follow up to the previous video I just did, 100% proof that Palestine is not the Holy Land. So I wanted to do a follow up because I think a lot of our people get confused when it comes to scholars, biblical scholars, Jewish scholars, people who tell us the history of the Bible. Now, what I have discovered doing my own research, what I've discovered reading the Bible and trying to listen to different people, different voices, because the conspiracy to erase the true Bible, the true people of the Bible, because the conspiracy to erase the true significance of the region where the Bible originates, so because of the conspiracy to control the narrative around the Bible, I want you to all know that you cannot trust anything outside of the Bible when it comes to trying to understand or study the Bible. This is important, particularly if you are a seminary student. You might think that you're going to get a degree that makes you qualified to argue the Bible. But if you're being taught things from people who are lying about who they are, about where they come from, lying about who the people really are of the Bible, if you're lying about the culture of the people of the Bible, if you're lying about the practices of the people of the Bible, if you're lying about what language is Hebrew or what language is not Hebrew, if you're lying about all of that, and maybe you're not lying, maybe you're just regurgitating what someone else lied about. If you're doing that, you're not an expert on anything, which should not be a surprise. I mean, Yah told us that we should not regard ourselves as experts. We should not regard ourselves as qualified when it comes to his word. Look to him. He is the one, the source of all knowledge, the source of all truth. If he reveals it to you, it's because he wills to reveal it to you. He certainly has not revealed everything to everyone. Many of us are in the dark on many subjects. We live by his grace as far as what we do know and what we are able to uncover. So as outside of this book right here, this is the Septuagint, but I'll say the Septuagint along with the mainstream Masoretic text, right? Outside of the Bible, anyone who wants to tell you anything, you should not believe them. And you can even add on a Bible concordance. You can add on a Bible dictionary. Outside of those dictionaries, concordances, anything that allows you to check the meanings and check it and analyze it, even understanding that these were compiled by humans who were fallible, that these books were translated by humans who were fallible in their translations. And so who's the ultimate one to go to? The Most High. He's the only one that can tell you the truth. Do not lean on mainstream thought, mainstream feelings, because it's all been funneled through this idea that the world is a certain way, that certain people are the authentic creators of this book right here. So I also want to just talk about the fact that some people I think are genuinely just don't want to believe certain things. Some people genuinely don't want to believe who the real Hebrews are. Some people genuinely don't want to believe that Palestine is not Yasharel. Other people, I think, who might even be in the Hebrew Israelite movement, struggle with things like saying that the real Yasharel was in East Africa, not because they trust mainstream opinion, but some people, and this is not most, I would say a small percentage of people, some people do not want to deal with the reality that the Bible is literally African, that the people of the Bible are African, that if you come from those people, you're African. For that, I would say to you, always consider, who do you think made you hate your Africanness? Africa is a continent, right? This is not an identity that has always existed. It's a way to label a certain continent, a certain region. I'm not even attached to these words. I mean, because if you think about it, doesn't mean you're black or white. There's people who are from North Africa that don't look anything like us, right? But the idea that I want to be Shemitic, and Shemitic is Arabian. And I told you Shemitic is not Arabian, but let's pretend it is. That's what some people cling to. They don't want to be something that they've been taught to hate. So always question, who taught me to hate myself? Who taught me to hate a continent? Who taught me to not want to be associated with a continent? Who taught me that this continent is backwards? Who taught me that these people are ugly? Who taught me these things? It's the same people who want to control the narrative. So that is a short video, just because, again, I noticed a lot of people who are so trusting of the narrative given to us. by scholars and people who have qualified themselves in the eyes of man, because that's all a degree is. It does not mean you're smarter, does not mean you're more educated on things. It just means that you're qualified in the eyes of man. You get to have a certain thing by your name that says, I can say, well, that I'm an authority. There's only one authority. The only authority is Yahuwah. Go to him, read this Bible, read Septuagint, good comparison, read this one, get you the scriptures that are hidden, the scriptures that are taken out of the Bible, get you the book of Jubilees, the book of Second Ezra, the book of Judith, the book of Tobit, get you the book of Enoch, get you the real scriptures, get you a Bible dictionary, get you a Bible concordance. Use these as the authority. Anything outside of that, do not consider it an authority. You can use it to learn as a secondary or even a third source, but not as the main source. So that's really all I have for this video. I thank you all for watching, and y'all willing, I'll see you in
verse 37. It says, the children of Abraham who came to him, who believed in him, he told them, unless you discover the truth, unless you come to believe, and after believing, search for the truth. Go into scriptures, find the truth in order to be set free. The nation that has suffered slavery is the nation of Israel. The descendants of Israel, of Jacob, have been enslaved several times. People who have been enslaved, people who have been colonized, people who have been denied their rights are the people of Israel. And they have been told that many nations will benefit from your land. Until today, they are still under bondage of slavery and idolatry. Why should I mention idolatry here? Because they are representing Jesus into images. This is Moses. This is Paul. Yet, those images are the images of, or I can call them the photos of people we live with. It is total idolatry. So they need the truth in order to worship God in spirit. That's why Jesus turned and told the Samaritan woman, the worshippers should worship in spirit and in truth. Spirit, it means when you close your eyes, you go into spiritual realm and you avoid to use any image in your spiritual realm. Otherwise, you will find yourself worshiping idols. That's why even God said, you shall not have any graven image. Graven image means any drawings around you that you can refer as God. But what happened today to the church? The church has got many gods full of images. And somehow we call them saints. Yes, if they are saints, are they God? They have gone ahead of us. Should we worship them? No. So the descendants of Abraham are not free today because they are practicing idolatry. Their land has been scrambled and partitioned and given different names. That's why there is a lot of confusion around the world. And people think the original land of the descendants of Abraham is in the Middle East. No. They were being promised a land full of minerals, a green land full of milk and honey, which is very far opposite from the land in the Middle East, a very dry place. Some of these descendants of Abraham are still living in captivity. Many of them are living in Americas, bearing different names. Where is the truth? Jesus told them, until you discover the truth, that's when you become free. The only thing, the church, I'm coming to you today, the only thing that sets you free is the truth. Only God can help us uncover the truth. May God help us to uncover the truth. Notice this very clearly. The truth is painful to take because it makes some businesses collapse. It can change the thinking discourse of believers. When we believe in images, and now we are told we don't need to depend on images, it shifts our thinking discourse. Some of our businesses can collapse when we begin to uncover the truth. That's why truth is very painful.